Well guys, after all that chaos and commotion, whew, I can finally get to doing what I was born to do. Grade this yard out. Born, baby. I'm gonna grade it out. You can see he had this all dumped in here. Somebody dumped in here, kind of knocked it down, I think, with this Kubota tractor. I'm gonna come in and level it all up for him. I got the Harley rake. We'll grade it all up, make this thing look amazing. All the stress is pretty much out of the way from getting through all the obstacles, not tearing anything up. Only thing, chain flew off and went flying. We found that, recovered it. Thanks to Hammer for helping me haul that. If not, I'd have had to go get my dump truck, haul all this, take my dump truck home, then bring the equipment here. And you've seen the ordeal with unloading the stuff on the road. Well, man, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but yeah. So thank goodness for him. Let's get knocking this out, getting it looking like something. You know what I'm thinking here, guys, as I'm going down through here? You know what I'm thinking, tell me it. You know it. Should have brought my dozer on this one. It is pretty uneven and crappy down here. I need to get with him, kind of see what his game plan is. I don't know if that pipe runs all the way down through here or what. Yeah, it looks like that pipe does run right there. He's still getting a lot of runoff though, I'll tell you that. It's not going in the pipe. Thing's still whining. It must not have been for the lack of hydraulic fluid. Pumps are still whining. I could have made quick work out of this thing with the dozer. Gotta go to my restroom. Perfect spot. Think something's leaking. Tell you guys, it's really still too wet to be doing a finished grade on this thing. This customer's pretty adamant about getting it done, which I'm here to do it. It's going to be done before I leave, I can tell you that. I'm not moving in and out twice. Logistically, it doesn't make sense. Like I said before, plus when I get back from Con Expo and then the cruise, it's going to be wide open. A big pond project, and then yeah, see how wet it is? I see, go back in there, it just sinks. So what I'm doing, I'm just kind of blending this up, taking these high spots out, blending it up, kind of getting a natural swell back in here again. And then I'm gonna take the Harley rake, hit everything, bring it in. I'm just kind of getting everything, you see how they're in piles, letting that air hit it and dry out. Let it start crusting up. Then we'll come in with the old, I don't know if I'm gonna hit this one with a neck punch or a guillotine or a, hell, we might kick this one in the crotch. We'll come around the corner, hit it right in the crotch, and we'll get her looking like something. She'll be wanting to scream in submission then. Yep. That's right. Yeah, this stuff's pretty moist yet, so you can see I'm just kind of dragging everything, blending it in, just letting her air out, kind of cross-cutting it, filling in the low spots and bringing it up over here, and then grabbing these high. You can see that high spot over there, just redumped it, grabbing that, bringing it. What I do, I'm kind of turning just to kind of make the contour with the land flow. But I'll get all this roughed in, all these, you know, leaving these piles kind of high and letting them air. Then I'll come hit it with the rake action on it. See how I do that? See how I pull that stuff back and just kind of leaving stuff high. Spin around, take a look back here. Then you can see I just got it all roughed in. You know how we do it. I don't even know why I'm telling you guys this stuff. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. That's how it's going to be done. I'm going to incorporate some of this good topsoil we just got down here with this. This other stuff's more just like clay. We'll put some of that on there to help when we're grading it up. Man, that drives me crazy, all that dirt gets behind there. I got a solution and a fix. I just ain't had the time to do it. I'm lying to you. I've had the time, I just ain't done it. And I need to get that guard built back on this. And my buddy Daryl Clem, the hammer, which he's the hammer, he was the original hammer, have him fab it up for me. You can see I got everything kind of laid out. Got the swale recreated, got these low spots, and like I said, I just got everything roughed up and letting it kind of air out. And then I'm going to take some of that stuff and sprinkle it through here and kind of blend it through. I'll probably have to hit this a couple times. You can still see it's high here. Well, guys, come over here. Let's take a look real quick, see what I got. Got something new. What could it be? You're about to find out. Let's take a look. Take a look-see. What do I got here? A Jocko fuel. Jocko fuel. It's another guy I see on Instagram, and they drink these, and I tell you what, guys, I'm a sucker for that type of stuff. They make it look like it's so good. They drink it. I was watching the Nelk Boys, and they were drinking, what the hell, what is that stuff they got? Oh, Happy Dad. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even a big drinker. And I'm definitely not a hard seltzer guy, because I had a bad experience with that. That's for a whole nother story. But so they're drinking it, and I watched the whole thing where they're, you know, making the recipes up, and they're tasting like, oh my God, so awesome. So up where we live in Indiana, they didn't have it. So we were down in Florida on vacation, and I searched it up. I'm like, oh my God, they got Happy Dad. We got to go get it. Went and got it. I tried every flavor, and I'm like, man, this ain't, the expressions on their face when they're drinking it just looks so good. Kind of like the moonshiners when they're shaking that moonshine and drinking it. I mean, they just make it look so good. And I'm like, just let me say, I wasn't impressed. But like I said, I'm not a big drinker nor a seltzer guy, so I don't know. But that's a funny story how that works. My other buddy Brent, he lives in Florida. He does not drink at all, but he was watching moonshiners, and he came up to stay with me over Christmas. He's like, oh my God, look what I got. I'm like, what'd you get? And he went and picked up, he Googled it too, searched it out, and this was like 8 years ago. He stopped somewhere in Georgia and picked up Tim Smith's moonshine, had like the dog on it. He was so happy, like he was like a kid on Christmas. He's like, oh man, I can't wait to try it. He opened it up and he drank. He's like, oh my God, this is disgusting. I'm like, so me and my buddy Jerry, we went Christmas shopping. Me and him drank it. Yeah, it wasn't very good, but I tell you, a couple mouthfuls of that, it was gross. Tastes like armpit sweat or something. Guys, let's give you want to give Jocko Go a try? I don't think anything can compete with the Red Bull, that new one I've been drinking, or apricot or something. Let's give Jocko Go a try. We'll be like Roll Tide Willie on Instagram. Get your swaller. Let's get me a swaller, see what it's like. Here we go. It's supposedly 10 calories, sugar-free. I mean, the way they portray it, like, if you drink this, you're going to get younger. Like, this is the time capsule for being younger. Let's have a swaller. This one isn't bad. I got like 4 other flavors, and I wasn't impressed with those, but this one isn't bad. Real Energy Zero Crash Orange. Now, the other downfall is I haven't eaten. It's like noon or past. I've been on level 10 to 12 all morning. I'm already like jittery and shaky. I'm gonna drink this thing. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be straight sideways. But Jocko Fuel, I mean, it ain't Red Bull, but supposedly Red Bull's bad for you and Jocko Fuel's not. But Jocko Fuel Real Energy Zero Crash Orange Crush, yeah, not bad. Let me get me another swaller. Let's go. Like Jocko says. I just got a text back from Idaho. Let's see what he says. I think he's got himself in a predicament again. It says, stuck again. I was just gonna text you to see if you were okay. You need a winch on it. I'm almost to the driveway on the front hill. He spent the night out there last night. He's got that new brush cutter, and I just gonna text him just see if he's all right, man. He worries me being out there by himself. I mean, it's the ridge, and then it's pretty much full summit everywhere else, and he's running that new brush cutter with he don't even have a door on that thing. He'll get impaled out there. I worry about him. It's steep out there. I'll probably have to come to his rescue again, but that's what brothers are for. Well, let's get this thing hooked up, and then I'll probably set you guys up on a time lapse. Hey, comment down below. Let me know what you guys like seeing, time lapsed or whatever. Or for that part, just leave some comments. They're cool. I like reading them. You guys are fun to interact with. That's why I'm doing it. Let's get her hooked up. Gonna wipe it on my shirt, but I don't want to ruin my new damn hoodie. There's got to be a rag around here, don't there? I usually keep one in here just for that, but I don't think it's in here. Well, we're here, we might as well get us another swaller. Nope, no rags. I'm definitely gonna wipe it off. I usually wipe it on my hoodie, but this one's pretty new. I don't want to trash it. Let's find something. Amateur operator right there. Amateur hour around here. Let's get that little, I'll just use my gloves. These caps that go on here, such a pain in the butt. So you know what I did? I ripped them off. This one here kind of got rusty and crusty. Rusty and crusty. Golly. These ends here, I always got to put it in that now to keep it out of the way. I think I've smashed like 3 of these things so far. They're like 97 bucks for that. So what I do when I disconnect this thing, I always make sure it's straight. That way if I do smash that, I can still use it in a straight position. You always got to think ahead. See, that stuff's super wet yet. I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for that piece right there, there's no way I could do this job correctly today. No possible way. Yeah, you can see it's starting to come along. Definitely kind of hit it and let it kind of start drying and crusting up a little bit. We'll keep working it. Just got off the phone with Otto. It called me. He slid over a hill. He was going down a hill, cutting a trail to the driveway that we cut in, and he was going down, and then he realized it was a 5-foot cliff. So then he spun around and he's stuck now. Yeah, poor guy. So he's gonna go get his chainsaw and try to cut some trees down and get out of there. But yeah, he said if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. I said, I can't agree with you more. He said, I'm never getting myself in a situation like this anymore. I said, you said that the last 2 times. I think situations like this and you are the common denominator. I said, you need to be filming this stuff for Black Sheep, your channel. He said, I don't know. I said, that's what people want to see, if you're gonna live or die. That's what they want. I mean, come on. Well, guys, I'm gonna have to do something, I think, pretty soon with the track hoe. I got, like I said, that pond job, and I'm looking at another pond, and I think it's inevitable something's gonna have to happen. Man, it's the price of equipment. It's just still so high, and the new stuff that I looked at this time last year priced up. It's $30,000 more than it was last time. Actually, met with one of longtime buddies. Yesterday they took me out to eat. His name's Kevin, and then the guy that works for him, Derek, sales reps for Rico Equipment. They sell link belt now. They're trying to get me to buy a link belt, which Derek is the one that was in previous videos. I was telling you guys I almost bought another excavator. I never gave you a brand or anything like that. So Derek was the one that was facilitating me in that, which that deal, I had the contract signed, everything. It was a done deal. And then I went and looked at it, came home and just decided against it, which you guys know me, man. I'm a cat guy. I mean, I'm talking, it's a lot more money to go cat. You know what? I'm gonna throw it out there. The brand that I was gonna buy was a Hyundai 145, that zero tail swing. It was brand new. It had 23 hours, didn't have a thumb, had coupler, everything. I could have got that machine delivered to my house for $100,000 even. I had the contract signed, and then I backed out because it just wouldn't look good in my cat fleet. And then say that same machine, like the 215, when I priced it up, I think it was 210. Yeah, so yeah, I backed out over. It's gonna cost me 100 more grand just to go cat. But I don't know, which I'm glad I didn't buy that Hyundai now, because for one, I think that size machine might be too small for what I'm kind of transferring into, more ponds and bigger stuff. I think the class I'm wanting to get into now is like a 316. So we'll just have to see. But another thing too, they quit selling Hyundai. They said it was hard to get stuff warranted. Whatever, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna have to do something this year. Just, I don't think equipment's gonna go down anytime soon, and I can't justify new with as much as I use one. And plus, when I'm down in the ponds and clearing and demoing, you know how big of a baby I'll be, guys. I don't even want to get my dozer around a tree. You know, I get that $200,000 Traco down in the mud, I won't do it. I'll cry like a baby. Well, we gave this thing ample amount of time to dry up a little bit. Let's hit it a couple more times. Enough about me. See, this stuff's so nasty, even if you turn around, it spins and breaks off, because whoever dumped this, they didn't strip the topsoil. So it's not bonding, it's sliding. That's why you always want to strip your topsoil before you apply dirt to it. It's real mucky down here by this tree. This is one of those things I'm just going to have to rake it up and then walk away. Kind of like when you're doing concrete, just when you're finishing, get to a certain point and then just be done. You can only do so much. Then you just start working against yourself. Heck, here's a spot dust came out when I hit it. Goes from super muddy to where it's sliding all over my tires to hitting dust. See, I hate when that thing stalls out like that. You would think when you get into a little bit thicker dirt, they would have enough power to power through that. See how it stalls out? Power rakes, you can actually cut grade with it. I'm cutting grade right here, cutting this little knot out of this center of this. Definitely a handy little tool. Look at that. Look at how it's making that nasty dirt look. Let's take a look, see here what we got, guys. So what I did, I went down this edge, kind of blended it, came around, and then I cut everything kind of at an angle to get this. You can see this is kind of how it needs to be contoured. So I got everything kind of pushed up here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab all this stuff, I'm gonna clean this up, I'm gonna grab this, come around this edge, blend that all in, and then take all that, grab it, and bring it up around and on out. Maybe a pass through this center just to get some of the high spots, but look at this. Shaping up real nice. It's laying in there real nice. But look at this. We'll leave it just like that. I mean, that's easy to get down in there, and then when it rains, it'll get slightly covered up. They say the power rake leaves a perfect seed bed. We'll see. Does good for me. Perfect. Yeah, you can see, well, that's super wet there. You guys know why I didn't get this piled in, don't you? That right there. And dang branches. We'll come swoop it this way, and then we'll come around and grab it. Turning out nice. Man, one thing I hate when my equipment does this, when it revs up. I guess it's regenning or something. I don't know. I just hate when it does that. Seems like it's gonna blow up, just sitting there revving wide open like that. I guess we gotta protect the environment. I guess that's in protecting the environment. I don't know. Tell me. Little bit different approach to what I was kind of thinking. It's so wet down in there, I couldn't really do what I was planning on it. But either way, it's coming together. Let's make a couple more passes, and this one here is throat punched. But here's how this one turned out. Turned out pretty good. Dirt wasn't optimal. Yeah, it turned out good. Soil's real good to take grass seed. Well, that's it for this one. We busted this one right in the neck. There'll be plenty more to come. We're actually going to run down the road to the basement I dug back before Christmas and look at it. They just got the walls done. It's been like 3.5 months, 3 months, something like that. They just stripped the walls yesterday. My buddy Ben wants me to come look at it. I guess it caved in, which I knew it would. We've had not very good weather, but then Friday we had 3 inches of rain, and he said nothing really caved in bad till then. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got this long and it didn't cave in till then. You got super lucky. So we're going to run down there, check out that situation, get loaded up, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Well, here we are at the foundation I dug. Let's go take a look at the devastation. He said it's bad. There's a lot of dirt. You'll see when I put this one up, which it'll be months from now. Every scoop had to be pushed with my dozer. Took us like, I don't know, 3 days. The good thing is Idaho just lives at the end of the street. So he came down here on Saturday and Sunday and put 6 hours in. I pushed everything in the corner and he threw it all out. And well, we got the overdig there. I haven't seen nothing too hateful yet. You live in La Vida Loca or what? I said, you live in La Vida Loca? Yeah. You say you think so or you don't think so? Live in La Vida Loca? Well, it ain't as bad as he said. This, I was here to look at the cave-ins.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, they can get around the front, I think.
Yeah. Don't look too bad. I talked to him yesterday on the phone. He must have really kicked butt yesterday and got all this done. Heck, he should have put a second room right here, or a basement, made his basement go bigger. Ooh, let me walk the line here, man. I get older, I got a little bit of vertigo. I can't do it like I used to. I used to be able to climb any tree, deer hunting, and well, it ain't bad at all. What do you say, wild man? Marv Hammond, the living legend right there, guys. Right there. Outlaw. Gotta be. I came to look at the cave-ins. Hell, they're not that bad. He wanted me to come look at these cave-ins about digging them out. They don't look bad. Heck, as long as it's set here with as much weather. Oh man, well you can't do nothing when it's raining and nasty. What? That don't look bad at all. This here, he laid it out wrong and we dug it too much. So now he's gonna put a set of stairs in. Well, that don't look bad at all. He's wanting me to bring my excavator or something over here to dig it out, but heck, I think it looks fine. Looks good. Man, you can't get enough, can ya?
What?
You can't get enough, can you? You love it. It's in your blood, isn't it?
Fool, I was a fool.
Ain't no doubt about that. We're just glutton for punishment, ain't we? Exactly. Exactly what Marv said. If we could live without money, we wouldn't be out here. Ain't that the truth? I do love running equipment, but if I could have my way, I'd just run equipment on my property, do stuff for myself. When you leave your driveway, that's when all the chaos can happen, for sure. And it's always something. Well, guys, that's it. You guys are with me all day today, man. I appreciate it. You go to Connex mode, we'll be back, and then you'll see this video. If you would, you're sitting there. It's super easy. It's real easy. It's just a click of a button. I think the one that says starts with an S, subscribe. Go ahead and hit that, and then give me one of these. That's right. Bang those chains. Let's get it, guys. Let's go. We're all cut from the same cloth. Let's do it.